Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video. We got tons to dive into. We're talking about some Disney announcements that they've released, some Store 11 news, we've got some early Super Bowl trailers, so let's get straight into it here. So before we get started, if you are new to the channel and you do like these types of videos where we talk about movie news, TV series news, sometimes Lego and video games news, and if you want to keep up to date with everything here, do subscribe to the channel. We are trying to reach that 400 subscriber goal. Do me a favor, smash that like button, share the video, hit that subscribe button, so you're always in the know when it comes to like movie news, TV news, and we're going to be doing a whole bunch of reviews for February, March, so definitely keep an eye out on this channel. And also when it comes to like these types of videos, timestamps are going to be in the description down below. Quick side note, I did talk about the Sonic 3 news, a big teaser announcement that they did release, posted a shorts about it, so you can check that out somewhere around here. And I also posted the prediction for all the Super Bowl trailers here, so I'll post that also somewhere here. Some things got announced after I posted that video, which we'll be discussing here. But without further ado, let's get started with the first trailer, which was coming out on Monday for the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 trailer. Now, we have spoken in the last couple of weeks over the whole cinematic universe that they're building with Peter Pan, with Bambi, Pinocchio, and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, and how they're building up to like this cinematic universe. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey released their trailer for part 2, and I gotta say, it looks a lot better than part 1. Despite all the flaws that is showing up with the trailer, the kills look absolutely fantastic. Like, you've got Winnie the Pooh holding a flaming chainsaw. Now, say what you want about the movie, say what you want about this whole cinematic universe. I've mentioned it a few times, it has piqued my interest in what they're going for. But like I said, the trailer does look intriguing, does look a lot better. With the end of the trailer, it didn't actually give a release date. It said that it's coming soon, so we still don't know when this is going to be released. It is going to be released sometime this year, but my assumption was that it was going to be released in March, like next month, but it doesn't look like that is the case. But when it does get released, I'll be honest, I will be checking it out here, even though the first one was not that great. This one does look like it's a lot better, especially because they have upped their budget too. But if you've seen the trailer, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, now for the next couple of trailers here, I posted it in the Super Bowl trailer video that I just posted, where I thought these were going to be released on the day of Super Bowl, but it looks like they're getting some trailers out early. So the first trailer we're going to be talking about is The Quiet Place Day 1. Now this movie, I really am anticipating it because of The Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2. Now obviously this is like a prequel to those movies. Part 3 looks like it has been delayed due to this movie coming out as well, but there's not really much in terms of like the continuity with Part 1 and Part 2. John Krasinski is also not returning to direct, but based on this trailer, it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, you got sort of like a small town scale type of vibe when it comes to part 1, part 2. This one is taking place in New York. It's taking place on the first day of the alien invasion, and it just looks hectic, chaotic, crazy, and honestly, all for it. Like, this trailer really hooked me in here, and I cannot wait to see how they're going to go exploring this, how it's going to go from basically everybody living their day-to-day lives to then all of a sudden the alien crashing and everybody just getting killed off, going quiet. Like, this is going to be a really fantastic, eerie type of movie, because you're going to go from, like I said, that New York setting, the city that never sleeps, basically, to everybody wanting to be quiet. So this trailer, I'm all in for. Really excited for this movie. So again, if you've seen the trailer, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what your thoughts are about it. Are you excited? Are you pumped? Let me know down below. And another one, I honestly genuinely thought we would never get this trailer for, but I'm so happy we got it. We finally got the trailer for the Knuckles TV series. Now again, I thought this was going to be released on the Super Bowl on Sunday, but most likely we're going to get a TV spot, a 30-second advert on Super Bowl on Sunday. Either that or maybe like a TV spot for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. I hope to God it's a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. I'm really wanting to see some footage when it comes to that. But in terms of the Knuckles series, I'll be completely honest with you, I was genuinely worried with this show in terms of the budget, the visual effects, but this looks like such a great watch. It looks like the same budget that went to the movies. It looks like it's going to go to this one. Knuckles has finally got his hat, and there's a lot of like small little Easter eggs that they have got in the show too. And when it comes to like the plot, where you've got a lot of like comedic scenes in there when it comes to Knuckles turning the living room to like this battle warrior with the dog versus the mailman. You got some great chemistry with him and the Sheriff Wade, who's basically like the comic relief in the first 2 Sonic movies. We got to see Sonic and Tails in there, but most likely they're just going to be appearing in the first episode. It's a 6-episode event, but you know what? I'm honestly all down for it. It's going to be released all in one day, so doing the whole Netflix thing where they post all the episodes at once, which I'm really, really excited about. Although I kind of wish that we did get these weekly episodes, just because you get that excitement and you get to extend it more. But honestly, this trailer, I'm all for it. I'm hooked in. I cannot wait to see this. I cannot wait. We're eating so good as Sonic fans. Like, you've got the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie coming out later on this year. You're getting the Knuckles series. So really, really great time. Exciting time to be a Sonic the Hedgehog fan here. So again, if you've seen the trailer, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Because the final trailer TV spot that we kind of got released here was the Inside Out 2. Now again, I do feel like they might release a full trailer on Sunday, but a lot of studios are releasing things early here. So again, when it comes to Inside Out 2 though, this 30-second TV spot didn't really bring anything new. It sort of just showed and highlighted the emotions that we have got, like disgust, fear, angry, sad, happy, like the emotions that we saw in the first movie just kind of got highlighted in this TV spot, so you didn't really get much. I do want to see the new emotions that are going to be brought into the movie, but with this, not really much to discuss or not really much to get excited about based on this 30-second clip. So again, we might get a new TV spot, a 30-second spot, or we might get the following trailer on the Super Bowl, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But again, if you've seen that 30-second teaser trailer, what are your thoughts are about it? How excited are you for Inside Out Part 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so as we're continuing when it comes to the trailers here, so in terms of the Super Bowl, as I mentioned, I did make a video on terms of like what I'm expecting when it comes to studios and the trailers that are going to be released. But we have got confirmation here that basically coming from the Variety, talking about the Super Bowl here, saying that the Super Bowl movie trailers, Deadpool 3, Wicked, Quiet Place prequel, sports poised to dominate the big game. But before we talk about what's going to be appearing in the Super Bowl, it has got confirmation here that the major studios that are not going to be showing up, so you've got Warner Brothers, Sony, Netflix and Amazon, are not expected to run any trailers despite all having a slew of upcoming tentpoles on the calendar. So in terms of Sony side of things here, we're not going to get anything when it comes to like Bad Boys 4 or the Sony spin-off universe when it comes to like the Craven, Venom 3, Madam Web or anything like that, or even anything when it comes to like Ghostbusters here for Sony. And then when it comes to like Warner Brothers, so no Dune Part 2, no Beetlejuice unfortunately, no Godzilla X Kong trailers, nothing like that. So those two studios are basically just going to be out of the whole slate when it comes to the Super Bowl. But we do have confirmation here that one studio is going to be dominating the field by running nearly a dozen spots for its upcoming and existing releases, which is Paramount. They are expected to unveil ads for the post-apocalyptic horror prequel A Quiet Place Day 1, the reggae biopic Bob Marley, and If, the live-action fantasy comedy with John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds, which they did confirm from like a small teaser that they did release earlier on this week. And then again, like probably an ad for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, probably an ad for Knuckles, a couple of other things that honestly I'm not really too interested in when it comes to like the reality TV shows with Sylvester Stallone and other kind of things here. And also Disney is going to be involved with it here, so we got confirmation like the most obvious one, the most trailer that everybody's going to be anticipating is Deadpool 3. I feel like that's going to be the final trailer, the final one that they're going to be releasing in the Super Bowl. But we have possibly got Inside Out 2 that's going to be coming out. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes most likely will be coming out, like something that we're going to see here. They got confirmation that the Alien movie is going to be called Alien Romulus, which we kind of all speculated here. So maybe like a TV spot when it comes to that. And also there is like a secret trailer going to be coming out here. Now we're going to talk about what it could possibly be later on in terms of one theory. But one other theory that they've got is it could be a possibly live action Lilo and Stitch trailer that they have got up their sleeves. But again, that could be wrong. It could be something else, which again we'll dive into like later on in this video when it comes to like that particular movie. But yeah, those are what we're going to be expecting. So again, no Warner Brothers, no Sony, but Paramount, Disney are going to be heavily involved. So we'll be curious to see when it comes to that. Of course, after all the trailers are going to be released, I'm most likely going to be breaking down all the trailers that did get released, ranking them in terms of excitement levels and that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out on the channel for that, and also subscribe again if you are new so that you also check out that video. But you see this and you hear this, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section down below what your thoughts are about Warner Brothers, Sony not being part of, not releasing any trailers during the Super Bowl, and your excitement level for Paramount and Disney. Let me know down in the comment section below here. Okay, now before we dive into all like the serious news that we're going to be talking about here, I want to bring up one Netflix series that caught my interest, let's just say. So this is basically Netflix's new Korean series called Chicken Nugget. It basically follows a father trying to bring his daughter who accidentally turned into a chicken nugget. I know what you're thinking, but when are you ever gonna see someone's daughter turned into a chicken nugget. It's a Korean series coming to Netflix, and like I said, when are you ever going to see somebody turn into a chicken nugget and see the impact that it's going to have on somebody's family? So it's piqued my interest. I'm very, very curious about it. I wanted to bring it out there for those of you that haven't heard of it, but it's following a father whose daughter has turned into a chicken nugget. So let me know down in the comment section below. Would you be checking this out? Are you going to give it a complete miss? Let me know down below. Okay, now for the first serious news that we are going to be talking about here, we are going to be talking about the Jurassic World franchise here. Now, I was supposed to be talking about it a couple of weeks ago when I didn't make the weekly entertainment news video, but they are planning on doing a Jurassic World movie here. So coming from the deadline, confirming here that the new Jurassic World movie at Universal is circling David Lynch to direct. After recently tapping David Koepp to pen the script, Universal Pictures' new Jurassic World pick is in early talks with David Lynch to direct the next film in the billion-dollar franchise. The film is set to bow on July 2nd, 2025. Now, the new movie will be a complete fresh take on the Jurassic era, with Jurassic World cast members Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard not expecting to return, nor the original trilogy thespians Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern and Sam Neill. Now, I gotta be completely honest with you here. I got mixed feelings when it comes to this because in terms of the director, I'm a huge fan of David Lynch. He's behind Deadpool 2, Nobody, the upcoming Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, Bullet Train, which is one of my favorite movies of 2022 and honestly is a guilty pleasure of mine of a movie here. So movies I genuinely enjoy and really have a fun time with. Really curious about the Fall Guy when it comes to the Ryan Gosling movie here, but all of those are sort of like action thriller type of movies here. So for that, I don't know if that's going to be the same take when it comes to the Jurassic World movie. Now, the last movie that they've released when it comes to the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movie, I honestly haven't checked out, but I've heard nothing but negative reviews when it comes to it in terms of like the spy espionage type of thing that they're going for and the direction that they moved with. So that's my worry when it comes to the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise movie that they want to move into. Is it's going to be more of like an action thriller type of movie, or is it just going to go back to basics like how it was back in the day with the Jurassic Park movies that they had like in the 90s with the very first movie here? So honestly, I'm not too excited when it comes to this. However, I'm a huge fan of the director here, so I'm very, very curious about it. I do need to check out the new trilogy of movies once again, because like I said, I've not seen the last entry into the franchise just yet. But I don't know, I'm just, like I said, not that excited, a little bit worried when it comes to this franchise. I just feel like it's going to go in a completely wrong direction that nobody is going to want. But who knows when it comes to this now, like when it comes to the movie, especially with the fact that it's going to be releasing next year, July of 2025. So they're really pumping out and like not wasting any time with it here. But you hear this and you see this, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section down below your thoughts on the director David Lynch and your thoughts on them having a Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movie. Let me know down below. Okay, now for the next news story we've got here is an update when it comes to the Saw 11 movie, so the Saw X sequel here. So coming from the Bloody Disgusting, confirming here, Saw 11, Saw X filmmaker Kevin Gottert, apologies if I butchered the name here, is going to be returning to direct the next installment. So as we're continuing through the article here, Bloody Disgusting can exclusively report this week that the Saw X director Kevin G will return to direct the upcoming Saw 11. In addition to Saw X, G directed both Saw 6 in 2009 and later Saw the Final Chapter in 2010, along with the horror movies Jezebel in 2014 and Jackals more recently in 2017. He also edited Saw 1 through 5 and Jigsaw. So with the director coming back, honestly, I was a huge fan of Saw X. I really liked the direction that they went with and a really enjoyable movie, one of the better ones in the franchise and one of the better sequels that they have done. So happy to hear that the director is going to be returning. There has been rumors that Hoffman, who, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, does appear in the post-credit scene of Saw X, most likely is going to have more screen time, and based on like the theories and speculation, it's probably going to take place, like Saw X took place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. My guess is that this is probably going to be like either a continuation of the story where they're still in Mexico, or that it's going to take place between Saw 2 and Saw 3, with Tobin Bell said to be reappearing in the movie as well. But it definitely does get me more excited with the fact that it's also going to be coming out later on this year, September of 2024. I'm all on board with this and I cannot wait to see Saw 11 when it does come out in September. So you hear this and you see this, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, now as we move on to some DC's news here. So first off, in terms of like Blue Beetle, Zolo Marijuana, he has confirmed that in terms of like his status for Blue Beetle, so he was asked about it and he has confirmed once again he'll return as Blue Beetle. He basically says here, I know we'll see Blue Beetle again, whether it comes in the form of a Blue Beetle 2 or wherever. It's been really great to work alongside James and Peter, who have graciously folded us into their new universe, even though it wasn't part of what they came up with. It's an honor. Now where Blue Beetle heads in the future, I don't know, but I can confidently say that we will see him soon, which honestly I'm really happy to hear. I really enjoyed Blue Beetle. Like, that movie, it didn't really break any new grounds or anything like that. It did have the same typical comic book tropes, but what made it work was the lead, the family, just everything about it worked well, and was one of the better comic book movies in terms of Marvel and DC of last year. So happy to hear that he is going to be returning. And we also got an update when it comes to the Creature Commandos series, where basically Sean Gunn was asked about like his projects, what he's going to be working on, and he confirmed it's going to be releasing in the fall, basically just confirming it by saying this.
But we have Creature Commandos coming out in the fall, which is amazing.
So it looks like the later half of this year we're getting Creature Commandos that's going to kickstart James Gunn's DC universe here. So we're getting the Penguin series, we're getting Creature Commandos, and we're getting Joker 2. So DC fans are going to be eating good come the end of this year. Curious to see when we might start seeing a trailer for this, or when we're going to start seeing some promotion when it comes to Creature Commandos. I for one am very curious and excited in terms of like what they're going to be introducing, the characters. I'll be honest, never heard of these characters, so I'm really excited to learn about these characters. But you hear this and you see this, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below here. Okay, now when it comes to Disney side of things here, like I said, they announced a lot of things over the past couple of days here. So in terms of like their latest projects or their new projects in terms of the release dates here. So in terms of these movies here, so they're not exact release dates, but release years basically here. So we've got confirmation that Zootopia 2 is going to be coming out in 2025. Honestly, really enjoyed the first movie, so I'm actually curious and excited about that. We've got confirmation here that Frozen 3 is going to be also coming out in 2026. So a year later. Toy Story 5 is going to be coming out in 2026. So we're going to get Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5 in 2026. Now, quickly, just before we move on here. So Zootopia 2, really excited about that. And that's going to be coming out next year. Frozen 3, I'll be honest, I've not seen any of the Frozen movies, so I can't really comment on that. Toy Story 5, a little bit worried because this is most likely going to be the last movie in the franchise. What are you going to do with the characters now, especially after what happened with Toy Story 4, where Buzz and Woody separated, went their own separate ways here? How you're going to reconnect the characters? Is Andy going to be brought back? Because at this point, Andy's an adult, he must have kids of his own. So honestly, the logical thing would be to reunite all the characters, reunite all the toys, so that they can start playing with Andy's kid. I feel like that's just the most obvious choice to go with, but we'll have to wait and see. But there are some really interesting movies and really exciting movies to wait for Pixar when it comes to what to look forward to in the next couple of years here. And we also got an announcement that coming in this November, we are getting a sequel to Moana. Now, in terms of the live action Moana movie, that's still happening, but it has been delayed. So we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. So again, I mentioned this earlier when it comes to like trailers wise, when it comes to Disney, most likely we are going to get a trailer for Moana 2. So it's either going to be Lilo and Stitch or Moana 2. This came completely out of the blue when it comes to this announcement here. They released sort of a teaser trailer. So The Rock is going to be returning as Maui. So he's going to be playing the live action Maui and the sequel Moana 2 Maui. I'm honestly more excited for the fact that we're getting a sequel rather than a live action. Now, it was confirmed that this was apparently a series, like a series going to be turning into a movie. It was going to be released in Disney Plus, but then they changed their mind and put it as a movie. That's slightly worrying for me a little bit because of that. In terms of like the plot synopsis here, it's saying here that after receiving an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, Moana must journey to the far seas of the Oceania and into dangerous long-shot waters of an adventure unlike anything she's ever faced. It does sound a little bit similar to the first plot of the movie, but like I said, I was a huge fan of the first movie. Like, I really enjoyed Moana, and it's one of the better Disney movies that they have produced in the last couple of years, I'll be completely honest with you. But my worry, like I said, is that the fact that this was a series now turning into a movie. So how they're going to have that work out, I'm honestly not 100% sure. But you see this and you hear this. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section down below in terms of all like these current releases that they have announced. Which one are you most excited for? Which one are you least excited for? What are your thoughts are about Moana 2? Let me know down in the comment comment section below. And then quickly, side note in terms of the Star Wars side of things here, so we also got confirmation that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is going to be coming out in 2026. So it's going to be the first Star Wars movie to be released in theaters since 2019, that combination of a movie which we won't be discussing here. So the Mandalorian and Grogu coming out in 2026 here. So my guess is that we most likely won't get Mandalorian season 4 up until we wait until what happens in the movie here, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, that looks like is when we're going to be seeing Star Wars in terms of Mando and Grogu. So that's going to be coming out in 2026. What are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. But the final section of this, when it comes to like Disney side of things here, is we've got some updates when it comes to Marvel side of things here. Okay, so we've got confirmation basically in terms of the Marvel slate, in terms of movie side of things here. So Bob Iger has confirmed that in 2025, the film slates are going to be Captain America 4 Brave New World and the Fantastic Four movie here. So in terms of Thunderbolt, it's still going to be released in 2025, but they might be delaying that. It's not 100% confirmation here, but when it comes to like the Fantastic Four and the Captain America movie, so that's going to be coming out next year. In terms of Fantastic Four, we actually did kind of get a confirmation in terms of that Pedro Pascal is going to be confirmed to play Reed Richards here. So SAG-AFTRA have confirmed that Pedro Pascal will be playing Reed Richards in Fantastic Four, and then Matt Shakman, who is the director of the movie, did post this on his Instagram, I believe it is. But then what's really weird is that he later deleted his whole Instagram account. Looks like Kevin Feige made him delete it. Kevin Feige with the sniper came in and made Matt Shakman delete his whole Instagram because of this. But Pedro Pascal is essentially just confirmed as Reed Richards here. But so far, from what it looks like, we're going to get Fantastic Four, we're going to get Thunderbolts, and we're going to get Captain America as the 3 movies here. Bob Iger even just confirmed too as well that Marvel is going to be focusing on their stronger franchises and reduce volume output going forward. So basically focusing on quality over quantity. We heard that before when it comes to Bob Iger. He mentioned it during the SAG-AFTRA strike. He said that it's going to be less output, and it's kind of happening. But honestly, like, I feel like the days of having everybody getting their own show, Echo, Agatha, She-Hulk, etc., is pretty much numbered. Like, the amount of money they've been spending on like these shows are just absolutely ridiculous. So thankfully they're going to be focusing on like their stronger franchise. So from what it sounds like, it's like X-Men, Fantastic Four, like these kind of big projects, rather than like just everybody getting their own show now, which for me is just really happy to hear, because it's just getting to the point where it's getting beyond ridiculous. But that's got confirmation here. So looks like 3 movies, probably a series here and there, but again, we still don't know when it comes to that. But what's worrying is that there's still no sign of like the Blade movie, and it's just getting me more and more worried. Maybe it's going to be coming out in 2026, but no mention of that whatsoever here. But you see this and you hear all of this. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section down below in terms of excitement level, in terms of what you're looking forward to, all of that. Let me know in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for this weekly entertainment news video here. Again, tons to go over, lots of things I want to hear your thoughts about, especially that Chicken Nugget Korean series. Let me know if you're going to watch it or not, please. And again, if you are new to the channel, please definitely hit that subscribe button, because again, we do these every single week. And in terms of like what's going to be coming again, we've got the Super Bowl coming this Sunday, so there will be a video of all the Super Bowl trailers, and we've got a couple of reviews coming out, so keep an eye out on the channel there. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews. Peace.